Welcome to HerbNerd TV. Today, we're tackling a pressing and controversial topic that affects us all. Glyphosate in our food. Glyphosate is the world's most widely used herbicide, and concerns about its presence in our food supply have sparked debates among scientists, regulatory agencies, environmentalists, and consumers. Is glyphosate a necessary tool for modern agriculture, or does it pose significant health risks? Join us as we delve into the science behind glyphosate, its use in agriculture, potential health impacts, regulatory perspectives, and what this means for you as a consumer. What is glyphosate? Glyphosate is a broad-spectrum systemic herbicide first introduced by Monsanto in 1974 under the brand name Roundup. It works by inhibiting the shikimate pathway, a critical enzyme pathway in plants that is essential for synthesizing certain amino acids. This pathway is not present in humans or animals, which is a key point in discussions about its safety. Uses of glyphosate. 1. Weed control. Widely used in agriculture to control a broad range of weeds. 2. Genetically modified crops. Many crops have been genetically engineered to be glyphosate resistant, e.g., Roundup-ready crops, allowing farmers to apply the herbicide without harming the crop. 3. Non-agricultural uses. Used in landscaping, forestry, and urban weed control. Glyphosate in the food supply residue in crops. 1. Common crops with glyphosate residues. Soybeans, corn, wheat, oats, barley. 2. Pre-harvest application. Glyphosate is sometimes used as a desiccant to dry out crops before harvest, which can increase residue levels. Presence in food products. 1. Processed foods. Cereals, bread, and snack foods may contain trace amounts of glyphosate. 2. Testing results. Independent studies and some regulatory agencies have detected glyphosate residues in various food products. 3. Drinking water. Glyphosate can contaminate water sources through agricultural runoff. Health Risk Assessments Regulatory Agency Evaluations U.S. Environmental Protection Agency, EPA. 1. Position. As of the latest assessments, the EPA states that glyphosate is not likely to be carcinogenic to humans when used according to label directions. 2. Reference dose, RFD. The EPA has established an RFD for glyphosate, indicating the amount considered safe for daily exposure over a lifetime. European Food Safety Authority, EFSA. 1. Conclusion. EFSA concluded that glyphosate is unlikely to pose a carcinogenic hazard to humans. World Health Organization, WHO. 1. International Agency for Research on Cancer, IARC. In 2015, IARC classified glyphosate as probably carcinogenic to humans, Group 2A, based on limited evidence in humans and sufficient evidence in experimental animals. Scientific studies. 1. Cancer risk. Epidemiological studies. Some studies suggest a potential link between glyphosate exposure and non-Hodgkin lymphoma, while others do not find a significant association. Animal studies. High doses in some animal studies have shown tumor development. 2. Endocrine disruption. Research is ongoing to determine if glyphosate acts as an endocrine disruptor, potentially affecting hormonal systems. 3. Gut microbiome. Some studies indicate that glyphosate may impact gut bacteria, but implications for human health are not yet clear. 4. Other health effects. Potential links to liver and kidney damage have been observed in some animal studies. Environmental impact. 1. Biodiversity loss. Glyphosate use can reduce plant diversity, affecting habitats and food sources for insects and wildlife. 2. Soil health. May impact soil microbial communities essential for nutrient cycling. 3. Herbicide resistance. Overuse has led to the emergence of glyphosate-resistant weeds, prompting higher usage rates and additional herbicides. Legal actions and controversies. 1. Lawsuits. Thousands of lawsuits have been filed against Monsanto, now owned by Bayer, by individuals claiming that glyphosate exposure caused their cancer. Significant verdicts have awarded damages to plaintiffs, although appeals and legal debates continue. 2. Regulatory debates. Discrepancies between agencies like the EPA and IARC have fueled public confusion. 3. Corporate influence allegations. Accusations that industry funding and lobbying have influenced research and regulatory decisions. Regulatory responses and actions. Global perspectives. 1. European Union. Renewed glyphosate approval in 2017 for 5 years amid controversy. Future renewals remain contentious. 2. Austria. Became the first EU country to ban glyphosate, though the ban faced legal challenges. 3. Canada and Australia. Regulatory agencies maintain that glyphosate is safe when used as directed. Residue limits. 1. Maximum residue limits, MRLs, set by regulatory bodies to limit glyphosate levels in food products. 2. Monitoring programs. Agencies conduct regular testing to ensure compliance with MRLs. Consumer exposure and safety. Dietary exposure. 1. Estimated intake. Regulatory assessments typically find that average dietary exposure is below established safety thresholds. 2. Vulnerable populations. Concerns remain about potential impacts on children and pregnant women. Reducing exposure. 1. Organic foods. Organic farming prohibits the use of synthetic herbicides like glyphosate. Organic products generally have lower residues. 2. Washing and peeling. Can reduce but not eliminate glyphosate residues on produce. 3. Diverse diet. Eating a variety of foods may minimize exposure to any single pesticide. Alternatives to glyphosate. Integrated pest management, IPM. 1. Strategies. Combining biological, cultural, physical, and chemical tools to manage weeds sustainably. 2. Benefits. Reduces reliance on chemical herbicides, promoting environmental health. Mechanical weed control. 1. Methods. Tillage, mowing, and manual removal. 2. Challenges. Can be labor-intensive and less practical for large-scale farming. Biological control. 1. Use of natural predators. Employing insects or microorganisms that target specific weeds. 2. Research and development. Ongoing efforts to identify effective biological agents. What can consumers do? Stay informed. 1. Research credible sources. Refer to information from reputable organizations and scientific studies. Advocate for transparency. 1. Support labeling. Encourage clear labeling of pesticide use and residue levels. Engage in dialogue. 1. Community involvement. Participate in discussions about local agricultural practices and policies. Support sustainable practices. 1. Choose products wisely. Opt for foods produced using sustainable farming methods. 2. Encourage change. Support farmers and companies that prioritize environmental health. Conclusion. Assessing the health risks of glyphosate. The debate over glyphosate is complex, involving scientific research, regulatory assessments, environmental considerations, legal battles, and public perception. Current regulatory consensus generally considers glyphosate safe when used according to guidelines, but divergent findings and ongoing research keep the conversation active. Key takeaways. 1. Scientific evidence is mixed. While some studies suggest potential health risks, regulatory agencies maintain that glyphosate is unlikely to pose significant harm at typical exposure levels. 2. Environmental concerns are significant. Impacts on biodiversity and the development of resistant weeds are important factors. 3. Consumer choices matter. Being informed and making conscious choices can influence agricultural practices and policies. Thank you for watching HerbNerd TV. We hope this comprehensive exploration of glyphosate in our food has provided valuable insights. If you found this video informative, please like, share, and subscribe for more in-depth discussions on health and environmental topics. We'd love to hear your thoughts. What's your perspective on glyphosate use? Share your comments or questions below. Stay informed, stay healthy, and we'll see you next time.